First of all, business owners don't do W-2s. We do 1099s. Okay, there could be some exceptions, but you get the gist.
I'm aware he was a high value man and he was making six figures 3 years ago.
Courtney, come on. Oh.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. We're going to Caleb. Logic address Courtney, and then we're going to move on to Caleb.
So now, it's fair. You're right. I'm assuming. And I'm assuming based off of what I see, right?
Okay.
Now, is it fair to say that you're also assuming?
No.
What the fuck? So you saw this man W-2s?
I'm aware he was a high value man and he was making six figures 3 years ago.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. We're going to Caleb.
Fade to black. Oh Lord. Let me give you some backstory. So again, they were arguing about how much Kevin Samuels made. Was he a real high value man? Mr. Logic, the guy in the burgundy, with the beard and the burgundy t-shirt, was like, nah, he's not making it. He wasn't a high value man himself, right? And of course, Courtney loves Kevin Samuels. Everybody knows that by now, right? She's like, no, he was a high value man as of 3 years ago. Now, there are a couple of things I want to extract out of there before I play this video again, right? It's like arguing about politics and religion. You're never going to win that argument, okay? To me, I'm never going to argue with Courtney about the validity of Kevin Samuels. Unless I just want to troll for no reason, right? Unless I'm just trying to troll, right? But the problem here is that this guy is actively trying to convince them that he wasn't really a high value man. Of course, they're not going to agree with that, right? Then also he's made up his mind of what he thinks about Kevin Samuels. He's not going to agree too. He thinks it's pragmatic. It's not that pragmatic. He just couldn't stand the rhetoric. The truth is that Mr. Logic is the kind of guy that won't really bow to authority like that. You have to earn that authority, like literally earn it. You're not just going to, because you call yourself something, earn some kind of respect from him. He's not that type of guy. He's a guy who is opinionated. He has his opinions about stuff. He's a smart guy. Quote unquote, everything is fact, even if it's cap, right? And he's looking at literally what Kevin Samuels sells. That's why I did this earlier, so we can talk about it, right? He has this criteria. You have to make $10,000 a month, right? Let me see if I can put here. Let's put his face on there so at least we know we're talking about him. Continue to right. Carry on the conversation that he started, right? All right. So he created this. He makes $10,000 or more per month, right? But he also added this onto it. So Courtney was saying 3 years. He actually said 5 years, right? So Logic was saying, if he hasn't been online for 5 years, how can he be a high value man if he hasn't? And Courtney is saying, you don't know this man's life, right? That's fact. That's the fact right there, right? Now I can guess. I'm also an entrepreneur myself. I know that there's a lot of struggle before it looks good on the outside. The one thing I wanted to add onto high value men is that high value men tend to be high value before it shows and reflects in the bank account. It's a mindset that shifts first.
And these are sizable books. They're minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one, you just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3-times author. Those books are out there for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical book like that.
Obviously, people work before it shows in the bank account, right? So bank account just don't fall out of the sky. High value men just don't fall. They don't just fall out of the skies, right? You've worked on yourself. You start to do the work. That work that I'm talking about can take 3 years, can take 5 years, can take a lot of ups and downs. Lose money, build money, right? And somebody that doesn't know that story will say you're not a high value man. I disagree. High value starts from the inside first, right? Mindset before it reflects on the bank account. Now, does that make it open to anyone to be able to claim to have value? Yes, but you have to be okay with that. If you're not okay with that, that's personal insecurities. You should work on yourself, because you have to make it okay for one to want to dream big. That's real life. The people that you know that have accomplished in life, they dreamt big once upon a time before anyone could respect them. Of course, we all get to appreciate them once it looks good on the surface, like we did with Kevin Samuels, became big, right? But what about all the work he did before that? That makes him not high value man. Again, Mr. Logic is thinking about everything so in such a pragmatic, statistical, factual, and that's where you lose it. So now when you're talking to someone that's passionate about the impact that this man had on her life, you're losing them. Now, obviously, just having a conversation, but in real life, this is how you build resentment. You don't know when to stop and let people have their faith and let them believe what they want to believe, as long as they're not hurting themselves and other people. You don't know where to stop because you start to project your own insecurity on them. Yeah.
Hold on, let Logic address Courtney, and then we're gonna move on. Okay.
So now, it's fair. You're right. I'm assuming, and I'm assuming based off of what I see, right?
Okay.
Now,
but you actually don't see. You don't know his pocket. You're pocket watching, and you don't know nothing about his finances. And I'm not defending. I'm not a fan of Kevin Samuel. If you haven't noticed, I'm right in the middle. Like I have no. How do you say it? I have no dog in this fight. How do you say that? Right? You get the gist, right? But I'm looking at everything objectively. You don't know these people. You barely know the people you're on the panel with.
is it fair to say that you're also assuming?
No.
that part is funny. I expected her to say no. Okay, I think she's assuming too. I don't think she knows Kevin personally. I think she's assuming too, but I expected her to say no. I'm not assuming. Again, it's like arguing with people if there's God on religion, or arguing with people on politics. They believe what they believe. And we have people that call themselves logical, actively trying to use data to make people not believe in what they already made up their mind on. We do this in relationships all the time.
What the fuck? So you saw?
Why is he so surprised?
Oh, you saw this man W-2s?
First of all, business owners don't do W-2s. We do 1099s. Okay, there could be some exceptions, but you get the gist.
I'm aware he was a high value man and he was making 6 figures 3 years ago.
Courtney, come on. Oh.
Okay. Hold on. We're going to Caleb.